Hello guys, welcome back. So moving forward with the previous video. In the previous video we had discussed about profile and the curve toolbar, and now we'll be moving forward to the other option that's called as a line, which is beside your rectangle. So these other options we'll be discussing in the upcoming videos, so we'll concentrate today on line. So how can one draw a line? Line can be drawn using various points. So here basically to draw a line, this particular option is used to draw a selectively straight line. So it is drawn using 2 points. So as I click on this, I can find the same options toolbar which occurred during our profile toolbar, right? It has in 2 coordinates. One is your coordinate mode and the other one is your parameter mode. So now I'll draw a line over here. Okay, and just close this. Click on the line. Right now, one here thing what I have done is I have switched on my continuous auto dimensioning. So why have I done this? I have done this to demonstrate one thing that is called as constraints. So you can see that our sketch needs 3 constraints on the screen. So what are these constraints basically? So these constraints are the degrees of freedom associated with the line or any geometry which you are drawing. So now we can see the degrees of freedom associated with it is having 3 degrees of freedom. So now I have to make this degrees of freedom 0 to stop it from moving back and forth. You can see that without dimensioning it, it is easily moving through the workspace. It's easily moving through the workspace. Right. Okay. Now how will I make this degrees of freedom 0? Just go to the dimension. You can see I will dimension this line. Its length is 97.5 millimeter. But still, when I select this and move it, it is moving back and forth all directions. Right now, what are the system is also showing that it requires 2 more constraints. One constraint is the length of the line. What are these other 2 constraints? These other 2 constraints are the constraints with respect to a fixed point or a reference or a plane. Right, so this is my one of the constraint with respect to x-axis, and again I would have to constrain it with respect to my y-axis. Okay, as when I constrained it with respect to my y-axis, you can easily find that the system is showing that sketch is fully constrained. And now if I try to move this line, you can find that it's not moving with respect to its position. It is held at that particular position. So this is called as constraining. Constraining is nothing but making the body's degrees of freedom 0 or a line's degrees of freedom 0. So this would be very useful when whenever you want to convert a sketch into a 3-dimensional entity. So keep this in mind. We'll be carry forwarding to the other commands in the upcoming video. So have a good day, take care, bye.